And for those of you that are not familiar with homeopathy, homeopathy is like cures like. You give a small amount of a substance that the body may or may need by working it up, and the body changes in a direction to try to heal itself. For instance, if you cut a red onion, what happens typically? Your eyes run, your nose run, and then after about 3 or 4 minutes, your eyes stop running and your nose stops running, and your body knows what to do in that situation. It corrects itself. If you had those same symptoms from a cold or some type of an allergy, most people would take Benadryl or Contact or Claritin or Atarax or some kind of antihistamine that would try to dry up their eyes and dry up their nose, but there's side effects affected, when you take those medications. Instead, you would take a homeopathic dosage of red onion. Your body would sense that there's red onion in the system, and it would change to bring it towards balancing itself out. Instead of giving you something that is just suppressing the reaction, your body responds to it in a normal way that it has always done for whatever time we've had humans in the world here, because the body knows certain materials, knows certain plants, knows certain minerals that it can respond to normally. Now, in homeopathy, which was discovered by Samuel Hahnemann about 200 years ago, and he was a German physician who found that if you use small amounts of a particular element or product or remedy that we would use instead of large amounts, he got a better and deeper response, and the people didn't get toxic from the particular substance. So he proved many remedies in his books, and since that time there have been so many other homeopaths that have also taken remedies and proven them, and in a way that they've taken at least 50 people and proven these remedies to get these same symptoms so that we know which ones to use. So when we try to work up your animal, we try to look at all the possible remedies by putting it into a very in-depth computer program and looking at the intake sheet that you will be filling out when you do your appointment, and so that we can look at that all the parameters of your animal and to be able to tell which is the best remedy to use. In homeopathy, there are one of the main ways in which it works are the laws of Hering. And the laws of Hering are the way in which the body heals. And the deepest problem is your mind and your mental, and more serious levels in your brain. The next is your lungs, your liver, your pancreas, your kidneys, your more deeper organs. Next is your intestines and your bones and joints, and next is your skin. So to allow the body to heal and move things to the surface is the way the body is supposed to heal, is to try to bring it from a deeper area to a more superficial area. So when something comes to the surface in a homeopathic cure, when we're trying to go, we're actually very happy about that, because the body is bringing it to the surface versus letting it go deeper. Because with the way that we feel in holistic medicine is that it's like the way we treat disease in conventional medicine is that we have a problem and it comes up and you treat it. You come up and you treat another problem. And you're not really solving the root of the issue. And it's like analogizing to having weeds in your garden, and every time the weed pops up, you take your scissor and you cut it off, and you cut it off, and you cut it off, and you're chasing this all over the place without dealing with why are you developing these roots, why are the problems there, and dealing with it at a deeper healing level. And that's what, when you do alternative medicine and you do the holistic approach, you're trying to deal with the deeper parts of the problem and not just chasing after a little bit here, a little bit here, because you're going to have a skin problem here, an ear problem here, and an anal gland problem here, an interdigital cyst here, and you just keep chasing these weeds, and you never really deal with why the animal's having the issue. So in homeopathy, again, you're going to be giving a small amount of a substance that may or may not appear to be toxic in a high dosage, and it makes the body think that it's exposed to it, and it goes and changes to a cure. Now, if in homeopathy, again, we're going back to the laws of Hering, we know that if you had an abscess on your arm and there was pus coming, you wouldn't want to push the pus back in. You would want the infection to come out of your body. And so allowing the body to get rid of it on its own is what you want to achieve with a healing crisis or healing issue with your animal. It was developed in China And for the last 2,000 years, it's been actively used as a way of medicine. In China, it's very standard that people will have acupuncture and TCM, or traditional Chinese medicine, which uses the Chinese interpretation of the body and the health of the body. So at this practice, we will also possibly incorporate acupuncture and some Chinese herbs and other herbs as well to help the body heal. And the acupuncture, just to go through a little bit about acupuncture, the body has meridians, and those are energy lines that run through the body. And these energy lines are almost like electrical circuits that run through the body and come down, and the energy is pushed through along certain points. Now, if there's like a particular problem in the back, that energy is not going through that back, so it's stopped there. What we'll do is put needles in, or put. I also use what's called aquapuncture, which is using a B12 injection at the site. Or we also have a far infrared laser light that we can use instead of needles, to use light to bring it through. And sometimes I'll integrate in the acupuncture if I feel that that is the issue that's most compromising to the animal. You know, for instance, if an animal is extremely lame or becomes extremely sore or has severe dysplasia and we can't get it up, it's more important that I get them off the pharmaceuticals and get them moving around and feeling good. So we'll go ahead and use acupuncture to get them to move forward. It works great for a lot of serious physical issues, including kidney failure, severe kidney failure, and we'll use it and integrate it in when we need to. So this is another photo of some of the bladder meridians along the back of the animal, and how they are really, there's so many of them, and to know all the points and to know where they are and how they integrate with each physical system of the animal, in Chinese terms, is called traditional Chinese medicine. The acupuncture needles are very, very tiny. They're small little needles that are almost hair-like, and you know, most people don't even know they're going in. You might get a small sensation of the needle, but it's very, very small, and the dogs seem to tolerate it pretty well. Some cats have a little more difficulty with it, and if we need to, we can use the laser light as well, but the needles are very small, so they usually don't have a problem sitting with the needles or dealing with that. But again, another option I talked about was doing the aquapuncture, which is using some type of an injected vitamin. I usually use B12 into the point, so I get the advantage of having a B vitamin, which stimulates appetite, stimulates red cell production in the acupuncture point. So I'm getting like a dual kind of effect of doing the acupuncture.